There's some stuff to talk about that's been going on in the community lately. It's something that's actually been an issue for quite a while. A lot of people just have not acknowledged it for a bit, which is pretty surprising. It's been an issue since, I would say, Blade came out. A lot of people realized it, maybe not as much. It's very clearly, you explain it, Rivals and the devs and, you know, just maybe the company, NetEase, they have a sort of bias against very specifically 3 heroes that are in the game, and that is Black Panther, Blade, and Storm. There's something between them that you may all notice. It's very weird for me to talk about it, but I've noticed that a lot of other creators haven't said anything up until this point, which is pretty crazy. So why not also talk about it, because it is something that has bothered me for a bit. But so this is what they posted after having released a new skin for Storm. Is she even in here? Or did they remove it? She had one. Oh, it's right here. I don't know where the fuck you get this from. Where does it display? It's somewhere in the shop. But this is the Storm skin that they added. Okay, she is only Lady Summer bathing suit skin to get not a legendary. This is the issue that some people have had. Also, her customization is very limited. Now we look at this, we look at her intro, which very quick. It's a very quick intro, less effort for them. This is an animated whatever. Compare this to the newer skins that were just added and the balloon stuff, customized details. Look at everything that Magic got. She's got a legendary. She has ultimate VFX. She has 3 different colors. She can customize almost every piece of her, including her alt. Like, she has so much customization. Even if you don't consider the fact that she has 2 different forms in her alt, she still has 3 things, 3 colors, and 3 second accessories to choose from for her character. Also, her sword's completely different. She has a lot of stuff there. Scarlet Witch, I think, is very similar. I didn't fully look at her. Even for her, she has a head accessory and an extra one with 3 colors, ultimate VFX. Fucking loud, sorry. But yeah, you look at Storm. I still don't know where the skin is, by the way, so we're just gonna have to keep going to the locker. In this bundle, we'll just verify it. She has waist and accessory, so she just gets this. She gets no color. She's a purple. Who cares, right? It doesn't matter. The main issue, obviously, is that this is a person of color. It doesn't matter if she is meta or not. She is the only she is a black lady that did not get a legendary. This is like just the biggest, this is the biggest part of it. So now that we understand that, I can actually read the tweet that they put out. So this is after that they had, you know, posted everything. They, you know, here's the skin, here's this, it's a purple, like announcing everything, whatever. This is what they came out with. Dear Rivals, we've seen the community's feedback regarding today's announcement of Storm's most recent costume, as well as the yo, hold on. You gotta, like, not with that shit. I don't want to hear you busting a nut, man. Dear Rivals, we've seen the community's feedback regarding today's announcement of Storm's most recent costume, as well as the overall sentiment towards her cosmetic options. We hear your passion and want to share our plan going forward with the community. 1. We will be upgrading the Sacred Skies swimsuit costume to be legendary for free in the near future. This upgrade will include an all-new lobby animation, an animated MVP animation, she kind of already has it. I guess a new one. The costume will still be sold at the current price of $16, meaning, you know, it's a purple. It's priced at that. 20 bucks is usually legendaries. They're just compensating. 2, players who purchase the costume will receive a free ultimate effect upgrade. Usually, you use the unstable molecules, you use that to customize shit and like buy those extra things. They're giving that for free if you already purchased it. Just anyone, if you buy it, right? Players who purchase the costume. Okay, yeah, you just get it for free. 3, we want to ensure the community that there will be more Storm Legendary tier costumes coming, so please keep your eyes on the skies over the rest of the year. While we deeply value the expression nature of our players, our number 1 goal is to create a positive community for everyone who loves this game. And while we understand that tensions run high, harassment of our staff, including the development team and moderators, is not acceptable. As the upgrades will take some time, please be patient, as we are already hard at work on the above. Get ready for the Mistress of the Elements to reign over the battlefield soon. Ignite the battle. All this stuff has happened in like a day, okay? This is not something that's taken a long time and they finally responded. This happened almost immediately. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think, like, I've noticed that some companies do this. You know, Epic had this issue. Granted, it's not the same thing. And Rivals does it too, where they have an issue that they created and then they fix it and everyone loves them. I don't get it. I think the main thing should be that they should always do the right thing. Obviously, you can make mistakes. That happens all the time. Nobody's perfect. Look at me. You see it pretty consistently with these sort of things, where for a while, people have been talking about NetEase and them being very biased. And there's another thing that I favorited because it follows under the same exact thing. Obviously, people have their, sort of issues with certain characters, like not being given legendaries. Human Torch and Hulk and some of those characters, not as much I don't care about. I still think they are in the same realm in terms of Hulk doesn't get legendaries. Human Torch doesn't get legendaries. The Hulk's one legendary he has was an epic skin. That was an epic in the alpha or something like that. So like they changed it. But you look at Luna, we're not including chromas, okay? The different recolors doesn't matter. That takes them 2 seconds if they want to actually try. This is Storm's only legendary. This is from a What If episode, I believe. This came out with Blade in season 3. Luna has gotten legendaries since forever. She got one for her made-up anniversary. She got one for the anniversary of the game. She got one back when Blade got one. She got one before that point during the original summer shit. I think this was season 1 or season 0. This was a little bit more recent in a pass. And then you look at Magic. These are not including recolors. This is also a summer skin. She gets a bunch of shit. All of her stuff get recolors. Like, she gets a bunch of stuff. Even not including recolors, she still is getting a lot of things. I had seen somewhere that they had said basically it takes a lot of time to come out with legendaries, and very clearly they are targeted towards just releasing for the heroes that make the most money, as well as not wanting to release for characters of color. Like, genuinely, it is pathetic. And then the same thing here, but once again, we're not including Invis's recolors. I don't know why they wanted to compare that. I guess it makes sense because it's all of Storm skins versus this. Storm doesn't really have any recolors. This skin down here, anyone can get. This was Twitch drop, so you can't get it anymore. I think this was for a battle pass, or maybe it was a free skin. This one I think was free. Store battle pass. This was also a battle pass. Oh, and that's another thing that people haven't really pointed out, and that I'm pulling it up. I guess I can sort of pull it up with Rivals. You go between all the characters that were given wedding skins, okay? Biggest ones, Black Panther and Storm got wedding skins. I believe you can still see them. This might, no, I think it's this one. I think this is his skin for the wedding shit, where they got emotes and stuff like that. And Storm was also included with that. Storm's wedding skin is this one. She was the only one to not get a legendary. Invis and Mr. Fantastic both got legendaries for their wedding skins. Now, I got it because my girlfriend, Wally, uses Invis, or had at least for a bit. So, we matched it together. It's sweet, whatever. Sue me. But I still do think it's bullshit that some of these characters weren't given, not even some. Storm and Black Panther and Blade just weren't given the right compensation. Obviously, Blade doesn't count because he's not married to anyone. But it is genuinely pathetic the way that they have gone about it, and how they just don't, I don't know. It's not even a weird conversation or a hard, difficult conversation to have. Making sure my Wi-Fi didn't fucking cut out this time. It's just very clear that they are biased. They're biased in terms of balancing. They're biased in terms of the skins that release. They're biased in terms of who makes money and who they want to be meta, including like all of her chromas, all of her skins. If we don't want to include chromas, okay, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legendaries. Am I counting that right? They mixed this up like a weird fuck. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, she has 6 legendaries, and this is also her base skin that they're including here. That's what's crazy. For every, I mean, you just see it. It's right there. Invis has 6 legendaries. Storm has 7 basic skins that all go up to at least purple, which is disgusting. And like, you might have noticed it, Blade, when he released, sucked ass on release. Who was the better character on that release? It was a double DPS season. It was Phoenix. Phoenix is a white redhead and is just insane. She ran the game for all of that season, because there was the Beyblade tech, there was all that sort of stuff. And Blade just sucked. He didn't do anything good. People were like, oh, he has self anti-heal. He like receives less healing when he uses his thing that gives him healing. What the fuck? They eventually buffed him. Blade's in a decent spot now. Black Panther was pretty good for a bit. And lastly, Storm is just decent. Like, she's not ever oppressive. Even with the team up changes where she has Storm and Jeff, she does Storm and Torch. She's still a flyer, and she doesn't move as fast. She's still not necessarily that great besides breaking spawn holds and just being effective at damaging her whole team. I believe she's used in MRC and like the high rank, like pro play. I think some people were saying stuff like that. I don't know for certain. I haven't seen anything. I haven't watched. That's the more important thing to acknowledge, is I haven't watched it. Very clearly the devs just have their own thing. I know they, you know, they nerfed Black Panther not too long ago, but they also didn't nerf Elsa. Elsa is a white redhead. They didn't nerf her. It's weird. It's genuinely weird. And I had said it at the start, not something to necessarily call out creators, but it was something that was an issue initially that a lot of creators didn't point out. A lot of them did not say anything for the longest time. People were like, oh, Blade got a legendary, but like he hasn't gotten a skin for a really long time, or Storm doesn't really get skins. And everyone's excuse, not saying creators, but you know, a lot of people's excuse around the community and their common sentiment was that, oh, they don't sell, so they're not going to release them. It's like, you know, people will buy skins regardless of how it looks. If it's a legendary, people are going to want to buy it. If it looks cute, people are going to want to buy it, especially for Storm, because it's a lady. Like, you have to acknowledge those things. That is there in the brain. My girlfriend is a very good example of this. She will only play lady characters. That's what she wants to do. As a guy, I find it cool to play guy characters. I mean, I'll play lady ones if they're you know, cool or strong or good meta, but I don't prefer it. Like, that's very much the case. And you know, something that I just remembered, the only person of color to get a legendary for the swimsuit shit is, let me see if I can actually pull it up really quick, Cloak and Dagger. And the reason why Cloak and Dagger get skins is because of Dagger, because they don't really have to work on Cloak. They don't. And they never have. This is like one of the first ones she got. You know, they could just make him the Void. They don't really have to work on much for him here. They give him some legs, but you know, the common complaint is that like sitting emote, we'll just tell me what the issue is. Sits? Huh. Bit different. It's not really sitting. It's probably, hold on. Let's remove the skin really quick. Have this one clicked so that it should be that, right? We'll equip this one. But we'll go back just in case you guys were missing it. So she sits. She sits. Let me click here. He's the same S, but he stands. That's not taking a seat. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. I know I'm not crazy. There's a lot of people that feel like it was not intentional for them to not release skins for certain characters, all that stuff. I think it is very clear where the devs sort of stand in that regard. And it may not be exactly one dev. It might not be, it's overall. Okay, we're not targeting one person. I don't give a shit about that. It's the overall thing. There's not one person in specific that's making all of the shots. It's impossible for that. It's a company, okay? Let's be realistic there. Very clearly they are biased. If they don't want that person to get a skin, they're just not going to do it. Not as important, obviously. His only legendary doesn't necessarily change much. All of his other skins he has gotten, even this one wasn't legendary. This one definitely did not deserve to be. His Maestro one, some people thought it would be. They just don't give him legendaries. This is a purple. This is effectively a purple. It makes no sound effects. There's no recolors. There's no VFX to his ult. There's nothing. Johnny is also the same. Johnny is the same. No legendaries, mostly purples. We got this one. People thought it would be something. It wasn't anything. Now, the theories that I have seen, that not grasping at straws, but they are theories, is two things, okay? For Bruce Banner, the initial theory is that when they were making the game, they didn't want him to be, because it's Hero Hulk and then Monster Hulk. They could have just called him Hulk. They potentially wanted this to be a different version of Hulk. I think it was something Cho. There's a different Hulk that exists in the Marvel universe that could take the place of Banner. Some people were assuming that due to maybe pushback from Disney, whatever, that they had to change it to Banner. Don't know for sure, but maybe because of that forceful change and they can't have it their way, they just are going to shun the character and not give him a legendary. And then this has to be fully theory, but also makes sort of sense for Johnny in specific. Johnny gets a lot of the free skins and hasn't gotten a legendary. Some people were theorizing that because Michael B. Jordan, he played as Johnny in the movie in Fan 4 Stick. If you don't know what that means, it's Fantastic Four, the shitty movie that no one likes. He played as Johnny once, so they just don't like the character and they're not going to give him a legendary. Kind of crazy. I mean, looking at, we'll just go down the roster. She's gotten 2 already, and she's been in the game since season 7? Season 7? Yeah. Season 7 she got it. She got this one. And then she got another one, which was limited time. She has 2. Well, she got this one more recently. Like, she finally got one. She's, you know, white redhead. I think it was because they didn't get to make her character the right way that they wanted. So then they just, you know, didn't give a shit. He got a legendary pretty early on because I think he had a lot of fans. A lot of people played him. So they, like, kind of had to. It took Adam Warlock a long-ass time to get a legendary, and his sucked at the beginning. He's gotten 2. Deadpool's gotten 2. Finally got his. Cyclops hasn't got one, but he's more new. I think there's been a few for Cap. You know, same thing for Cloak and Dagger. You've all gotten legendaries. You even have one. You just got one. That's the one you have on. Like, there's, you know, very clear bias, and it's kind of, it's sad. It's genuinely sad, and it's, I guess, just the thing to report on. I don't condone, you know, people going out and being like, hey, you know, I'm gonna harass the devs or whatever. I mean, I don't say you should do it. I don't think anyone should do it, but it's very clearly the only way that people got answers this time was doing that. You have to go to those sort of extents, it seems, to make any what of difference, and it's kind of fucking annoying that that's the case. I guess the thing to leave off on is that it's stupid that they made this mistake and then some people praise them for correcting it. I don't think it should be praised. I think it should just be like, yeah, damn straight, you fucking change it, but you better change it because this is pathetic. I don't agree with it. It's the one thing that's been the case for a bit now with, you know, the characters that they've added, the 3 characters of color that they've had that they just don't show as much love. You know, maybe they'll prove me wrong in the future and they'll actually add a bunch more legendaries for each of the characters, but it's very clear that there's a common theme, there's a common trend, and it's a little annoying. I don't like it. I genuinely don't like it.